Welcome to the Elevate podcast. This is the Uncovering Life with Justin. Now, there's something that I wanted to share with you today, and I think it's going to be prevalent. Stick around. It's something that you already know or you might not know. Stick around, and at the end of this, you might like, share, and subscribe, and watch for more videos. So, throughout the course of these few days that I've been kind of contemplating on how to go about elevating my podcast with the Elevate podcast. There's so many things that has come to mind. And one of the thing is the ability to stay consistent in posting is something that is very important. Now, if you have been watching our episode, I'll talk about consistency a lot. And that's one of my main thing where consistency seems to be the driving force that allowed for a human being to be able to produce the result that they want. Now, you can do something for a long period of time on a consistent basis, and being that consistent on that particular thing would yield the result at the end of it. And I thought how important it is to actually nail down on the idea of consistency and how we can use that to better our life. Now, one of the things that I've realized when it comes to consistency is actually your ability to do the same thing every day in a repetitive manner. Now, creativity is needed at the initial stage where you want to be creative, you want to know exactly what you want to do. Like, for instance, if you going to read a book every day, you want to make sure that at what time you're going to read a book and what's the most effective day or time of the day that you actually read book and maximize it on it as much as you want, as much as you can. And if you find a time frame and you stick to that time frame where you read the book at this particular time frame, the most likely of you actually benefiting from that consistency of practice is very high than you actually saying, okay, you know what, today I'm going to read 50 pages and then the next day I'm just going to read one page. And, or the next day I'm not going to, or the next 2 weeks I'm not going to read at all. So you can benefit from it more if you spend it consistency. If you do it on a consistent basis, even at the short fragmented pieces, like say for example, in one day you do 15 minutes of reading for one chapter or two chapters, that's way better than doing 50 minutes of reading today. And then the next time you read is 2 months from now or a year from now. Like, what's the point? You didn't even finish the book. So that's why I like to narrow down on this concept of consistencies, because I've realized how much my life is better off when I'm engaging myself with consistency, with the practice of continuously obeying to what I know would yield me results. The biggest thing, like right now, is going to the gym for me. I make sure that nothing getting in the way of that. And this is like something that I have to do regardless of what is going on. But in some instances where I don't go, I try to make it so that I make sure I'll go the next day. So if I don't go today, because you don't want to be a perfectionist, right? You don't want to be, because you cannot always make it. Like, you cannot always do it. But the day that you don't do it, just think about it in this way that, okay, I didn't do it today. Tomorrow, I will do it. Don't skip tomorrow. Because once you skip tomorrow, it becomes a slippery slope where you just fall into a degenerate state because of your inability to stay consistent. So consistency is important. That's something that I've been thinking about on this Elevate podcast. And I hope you enjoyed it. If you learned something new, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment below saying something about what is currently going on or something that you're learning in regard to consistency. And have a wonderful week. Have a wonderful day.